All right, this video is just realism. I'm not even the type of person that create videos. Um, I've always been very spiritual, at least, or especially for the past, I would say 5 or 6 years of my life, really getting into spiritual elevation, and most recently, getting into the Word. And I've fallen in that rabbit hole of following people like your Rashad Jamals and your Isis Wisdoms, people who come on these platforms and speak a lot of truth. To be honest with you, as well as sow their own seeds, and kind of oppose their opinions on other people, and that platform to grow into a place where I can no longer just sit back and and not at least make a video and hopefully help somebody out there that has that feeling at least within their heart, and they know maybe you should do a little bit more research, or maybe you should just back away. You feel me? I just want to put it out there that God is real. If you watch those videos with Rashad and Isis, they talk about divineness, they talk about, receiving these downloads and things like that, then you can honestly admit that those things are coming from somewhere, something, regardless if you want to believe in God or not. Whether you believe in the source energy, whether you believe it's the universe, or whether you believe it's a deity or a Greek god. I'm not here to judge anybody. We can also acknowledge that if that exists, then the devil does too. You feel me? There's always two sides to the coin. You feel me? We do live in a place of duality. That's also in the Bible, just like everything else is in the Bible. Not every single thing is in the Bible, but it pretty much outlines even the time period that we in. There is nothing new under the sun. So the enemy has this very unique way of using the word, which is true, but hiding its identity behind this facade of knowledge, unity, blackness, or cultural likeness in order to get people to sell their souls. And I'm just being completely honest with you. I fell down that rabbit hole and literally had a demonic experience where I realized that those type of people were literally living out the agenda for the devil. You feel me? It's a lot of people that's going to be in the comments, you know, upset. This shit might be banned, whatever the case may be, but I'm just at least planting that seed in people's minds so they know, the devil is real and so is God, you know. And to be honest with you, that whole ego death thing, which is also something that's very real, you got to acknowledge the fact that to say that you are God is something very egotistical in its idolization of oneself. And a lot of people have fallen in that rabbit hole of idolizing these type of people, or actually idolizing themselves, idolizing the sun, idolizing other black people. And it just needs to stop. There's this thing called false prophets. You feel me? And that's a lot of what's going on today, whether it's politically, whether it's on television, whether it's on YouTube. Just like goodness doesn't stop, no, neither does evil. The devil is the god of this world. We are we are living in a world full of temptation. You feel me? We are living in a world of deceit. You feel me? And the devil wears Prada. You feel me? So just keep that in mind. When you're listening to these type of people and they telling you about divine insights and they receiving these downloads, where those downloads coming from? Even if you want to take it from a place of goodness, if you are receiving something, right, from a higher place that does not come from your mind, you feel me? It's a spiritual thing that's going on. You're receiving that from somewhere. You feel me? Start asking yourself those questions of, first of all, where's this coming from? The people that they're idolizing, the things that they're praying to, is that something that I feel in my heart that I should do? Just like your Buddhists, people who practice Hinduism. No judgment here, but they don't believe in God. They have their own belief system. So let's make sure that when you are in tune with these things, that's something that you also believe in too. You feel me? So when we talk about downloads and divine insight, just want people to realize that we did not create this world. You feel me? I can honestly say that because I was brainwashed into thinking like, yeah, I created this shit. You feel me? And that, even to say that now, it literally doesn't make any sense. If I created this shit, then what am I doing here? If I created this, then why am I on YouTube? If I created this, why am I living and learning? Why am I being persuaded? Why am I asking questions? If I'm God, I know everything. You feel me? And you got people out here who have this facade of, I'm telling you what everything is because I am the know all. I am God. But if that were true, then that means you created the universe. That means you know everything. You are all things. And there's no way that everybody that's walking around here, especially just black people, are gods. We're here for a reason. We're here to learn lessons. And we got to realize that we are all sinners and we living in the devil's playground. And we living in a world full of temptation. And as people are waking up, as they say, it's a lot of us who went down that rabbit hole and we really did wake up and we realized that, hold up, I'm God's child. I'm here for a reason. I am here to serve a purpose. I do have a calling, and it's not to take away from your psychic abilities, your divine insight that you get, the downloads that you get. But let's acknowledge the fact of where it's truly coming from, and it's coming from God or source energy, if you want to believe in that. You feel me? But there's also a such thing as receiving these downloads and insights from the devil. All right. So I may be posting something else. I'm going to see what type of responses I get on this video. Depending on how the comments go and stuff like that, you probably will be deleted because I'm not here for a cult like beliefs. Because that's literally what it is. It's a fucking cult. You feel me? I'm going to leave it at that. I hope everyone has a blessed day. If you actually have some real questions, you're open to having more dialogue, hit the comments. If you got some hate to spew, if you got some biases in your mind, my suggestion is keep it to yourself because I'm God's child and no enemy formed against me shall prosper. And I'm so happy that I was taken away from that. God called me and I answered that calling, and I'm so thankful. And it's a lot of us, that are being sucked into this new age way of being. And it's a lot of souls that are lost, and it's a lot of souls being sold to the devil by way of these people getting on these platforms and making you believe in things, some things which are true, but at the core of it all, it's the devil's work. All right, peace and love, y'all. Now, hopefully I'll talk to y'all soon.